That
the
WAP by
nature.
Biffy Clyro, have you seen it?
Ugh,
Oh, oh.
girls, 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 girls.
Some
Sometimes,
things. Oh.
sometimes it's just better to not.
Let me just grab a Diet Coke because Alicia just came from the gym and I am. You know, when you don't eat after a session, and you're like, your body's heaving.
Yeah, go get
Alicia's,
yourself a Diet Coke.
give me a second, one sec. Did you know, Daniel? I lived in Glasgow for 2 years, and I.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like when I first moved to the UK, before I lived in London, I
Yeah.
fucking loved it. So nice, such a nice city.
I should really explore. It's my first time I'm down here, like, and it's not just for work, so I might actually have time to like look around
Yeah, it's nice.
and see what's happening.
Let me have a sip. Mmm.
Right. Well, let me know when you're ready.
Mm-mm-mm.
Unless this can just be the intro. Nick's having a Diet Coke.
Imagine. Give us the
This
money.
podcast is brought to you by Diet Coke. What's their tagline?
And I, is it? I don't know.
It's something about life and the life of love and everyone's having a life load.
Hold
Is that it? Diet Coke, everyone's having a life load.
on. No, their tagline is "Taste the feeling."
That's very close to everyone's having a life load, don't you think?
Yeah,
Taste the feeling.
we can go with that. We go with "Taste the feeling." We can call it an
Although on
episode.
the website it says give yourself a Diet Coke break,
Oh.
which does sound a little bit like stop drinking Diet Coke, doesn't it?
Well, did you know back in 2007, the Coke tagline was "The Coke side of life."
I do remember the Coke side of life. I do remember the Coke side of life. Also, this is now just the intro. Hi everyone, you listen to the 802. I'm Dan. That's Nick. Nick's having a Diet Coke.
I know.
Yeah,
Look at.
I remember the Coke side of life, and then I remember when that adverts became like, let's just be sexy. It was like that, like it was always a man, and then at some point he ended up shirtless because you know Diet Coke is for ladies, it's for straight ladies who like the menses, and then obviously men can drink Coke Zero. We're allowed to do that.
I feel like every single time I see a Coke commercial is usually like a really bad bitch with a Coke. Like she's like walking down the road looking sexy. I feel like the Real Housewives should do a commercial with like Diet Coke. Can you see it? I can
I
see it.
That's got to have existed. Oh no, that's probably a Pepsi because you know how Pepsi always use like celebrities. That's their big
Yeah.
thing.
And by that time that Kardashian girl, the mess, the Pepsi
Oh
commercial, a
yes, I
mess,
remember
a,
Kendall Jenner
a,
solving police brutality
a
with a
mess.
Diet Pepsi.
She in seconds that ad was down. They were like, "No, we're not having this."
Somebody thought that was a good idea, and not
Somebody.
just somebody. Somebody wrote it. There was large teams involved in the creation of that, and then it went through approval and everything, and then it took us having to say, girls, maybe let's not use a current actual like issue with police brutality that
Yeah.
everybody is currently protesting to sell Pepsi.
Yeah.
Maybe let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's not do
Let's
that.
not. What was the protest signs they had up? Something like "Join the conversation."
Yeah, something like that.
Some dull
It's
bullshit.
just
Yeah,
a
because that's what we're
mess.
protesting. There's not enough people talking.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need people out on the street drinking Pepsi. Do you know what? This actually takes me back to the first Black Lives Matter protested this year in London, and I got really self-conscious because I bought a meal deal from Tesco for lunch. I was just eating, and I got a cherry Pepsi Max, and I didn't finish it before like the protest started. The protest march was, and I was just walking, and I turned to my mate, and I was like, "I'm very aware right now that I'm in a protest march, and I'm holding a bottle of Pepsi." And I just feel like they've ruined it. They're like Pepsi cannot be seen at any protest now because people are going to think I was inspired by Kendall Jenner, and I don't need that happening. Oh my
The
god, she should have
mess.
just stopped.
Should just stop. But here we
And then,
are.
and then, and then, when Pepsi apologized, they apologized to Kendall Jenner first,
I know, yeah.
and then
Right?
to everybody else. And we're like, what are you doing? Why does Kendall get the apology? And then the rest of us just follow behind. It's like, oh, and you bitter bitches all got mad and couldn't see the change we were trying to make. You could, yeah, we're also sorry to you, but Miss Kendall, we are so sorry that we forced you to do this, that we put a gun to your head and made you do this and then paid you a lot of money.
She still
for it.
got
We're
paid,
so,
honey. Like, that backlash
so
was rude, but
sorry.
she still got money. She got money.
Oh, like the payment came through.
Of
You
course.
understand that check was
That check did
cleared.
not bounce. Mm-mm.
Chris made sure of that, and then she put in the complaint. And then she probably like, and we shall be charging extra because of the PR we have to do now.
All
Pepsi,
right.
no, they were mad. And then they were like, next advert, no social stuff,
No
okay?
socials.
Nothing relevant to what's actually happening. Let's just have a celebrity and make them do something funny, and we'll all move on. That was a fun day when that came
That was a
out.
fun moment. Yes, I still, has no one not fucking sang an intros fucking song for us yet? What is this mess? People, what are
I
you
don't know.
doing?
I've been trawling this inbox every week. I was expecting a jingle. I
I
didn't get a
know.
jingle,
Bitches, come on.
so
Do it
we'll
for
just
us.
have to do it.
We love you.
Anyway, so welcome to the 802. I think I already said that, but welcome
But
to the
welcome.
802.
Another week. We're black again on the radio life, giving you pleasure, comfort, and sassiness from the comfort of your home during lockdown or whatever.
Or if you are one of those people who have to go back into the office, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry for you, but we are happy to keep you company on your
Exactly.
commute, which
Mm-hmm.
we all got a nice reprieve from for a few months, but apparently we will now have to do again.
Oh God, I do.
What's going on?
See,
Also,
it's.
we're not coming from London this week.
I know we're not going to say we're international again because Daniel is where?
I am in Glasgow.
Ooh, come on, Scottish woman. Make sure and get an iron brew and have some haggis while you're there, darling.
Oh, there will be Iron Brew.
Oh God,
There's no way
it's
I'm
the
coming over
best
to
thing for a
Scotland and not
hangover.
having
I
Iron
swear
Brew.
to God, it's the best thing for. But get a glass bottle iron brew because the rest is just crap.
Okay, I'll search out a glass bottle and I'll make
Yes,
sure that I have one. Do you have any announcements this week?
I actually have no announcement for once.
No, not a single thing.
Not one. Let
I
me
get
see. Let me
so
think. No, I
what the
don't.
listeners do need to know is that Nick has spent the last week and a bit moving house.
I know. Been, and I'm actually, well, fun fact. My new flat, my email is because I'm moving into like a new student like accommodation. They emailed me this morning saying your room will be ready from the 17th. I'm not here on the 17th because I will be in Greece. Bitch is going on holiday. Did you know this?
I don't think you want to advertise going on holiday right now.
Cut it out.
Oh no,
Break.
it's staying. I'm gonna watch the dragging happen.
Listen, it's a safe space to go away right now to Greece.
It's literally not.
Well, it's really funny, right? So I was watching the news today and hoping, I was like, because that they announced that 7 Greek islands are going on lockdown when they have to come back in
Yeah.
quarantine. And Rhodes was none of it. And I'm like, thank God.
Do you know why those seven Greek islands are going
Yes,
back
we
into
know.
lockdown?
We know, but
Do
we'll
we
get into that.
understand why
We'll get into
Mykonos
that.
is closed
We
to
will
us
get into
now?
that tea later.
How
We
can
will
we get into the tea when you are just you okay. Well, you've made choices.
This is
I will
true.
drag you. I will leave the internet to drag you for that one.
I hadn't posted anything. I'm not saying shit.
Except you literally just told everybody because it's in the podcast.
Oh, they will listen. The podcast listeners love me. I think.
Podcast listeners, we hope you have enough love for Nick. Nick, you are going to be safe. You are going to keep your distance. You are
I
going to wear a
will.
mask in public spaces.
Amen. Just keeping safe.
Yeah. Well, please do. Do your best.
I will.
Have fun.
I will. I will.
Don't be one of those gays,
I
please.
don't get. I don't leave until next week, so it's fine. But yes, so I actually have no announcements. Sadly, not this week. But Daniel, go on. What's the announcement this week from you?
Well, I also don't really have an announcement here. So what I'm going to start doing for the announcement section is because usually we use it like here's some podcasts we've been listening to, here's some other cool stuff that's happening around. Is that I'm going to find some just like positive, either gay or like black or brown stories,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say one each week in the announcement,
Yeah.
and that will be my task.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? I don't really have an announcement, but I will. I don't know if you've seen the news with Strictly Come Dancing. Did you see the news?
About the boxer who's going to be in the first
Yes,
saying,
Nicola
yeah.
Adams. Yes, so she's basically the first gay couple to be on Strictly Come Dancing, same sex couple, and I mean, it's a big thing. And not only that, she's a beautiful black Nubian princess. Like, have you seen her?
I have.
Oh,
I have.
beautiful. So yeah, so she's going to be on Strictly as first, which is a big thing. It's a big thing, you know what I mean? Because it's taken what 17 seasons to get to where it is now for them to finally have like a same-sex couple. So you know what, Nicola Adams, good for you, darling. We want to see you strutting your stuff. We want to see you do WAP. Can you imagine
We do
Strictly
not.
doing WAP?
I do not need. No, I don't need a BBC version. Do not give me anything that can be shown to the kids.
Oh my
To
God!
that song,
Can we not
okay?
talk
It
about
needs
that
to
WAP?
respect
That
the
WAP by
nature.
Biffy Clyro. Have you seen it?
Ugh.
Oh.
Girls.
Some things. Oh.
Sometimes it's just better to not. And I thought we were all over the like BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge covered of songs. I thought we did that in like the late 2000s era,
Yeah.
and everyone was like slowed down, kind of soulless versions of songs was what was in, and everyone was happy. I thought we got through that, but apparently no. Apparently there's still more coming. So Miss Biffy, Miss Clyro, this was not needed. This was not
That
requested
should
or
have stayed in
asked
drafts.
for.
It should have stayed in drafts.
Please
It's just
keep it to
terrible.
yourself. Do your own version. Have yourself a great time. We didn't need it. It's like when Taylor Swift did the cover of September. Do you remember?
I
The
think
21st
so.
night of September,
I
when
think so.
Taylor Swift decided to curse us with her slowed down, rustic, no sauce having, ain't no flavour over here, honey. Come and eat some boiled ass chicken version of the classic Earth, Wind and Fire song September. That I was personally offended to the point of actually considering writing into somebody to say it. I don't understand how it was allowed. And I hope Earth, Wind and Fire got a lot of money for it, for letting their perfect record be decimated by whatever Miss Swift decided she was doing that day. I'm not having it, and I'm not having it with this either. So Biffy, we don't see it. Thank you.
It wasn't even wet ass pussy. It was wet ass Biffy. Oh God! I was.
You're having fun, aren't you?
No, it just. It was just a hot ass mess.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Please stop taking away from the culture. Do not cover songs like these. Leave the originals to themselves. Leave it.
Yeah. And if you're going to like bring an element to it where it's like there's some fun and some juge and some drama in this.
Yeah.
We just don't need a slowed down acoustic version of anything anymore. We've done them. It's happened. It's fine. Write your slowed down acoustic original songs, but leave
Can you
the good
imagine
shit how it is.
I'm fucking crying right now. Can you imagine just like sitting down in a really posh room and someone singing, "Hello, darling, would you like some wet ass pussy?"
No. I'd leave. You know I'd leave. I couldn't handle it. No. Also, could you imagine just somebody
God.
sit down, pulling out a guitar, and just going like, certified freak, 7 days a week,
Oh my God.
wet ass pussy, make that pull-out game weak.
Oh
I'd
my
be like,
God,
can
no.
you please... First of all, I don't know how you got in my house.
Yeah.
But can you leave? You can take the guitar. Take the guitar, because just have it. I don't want it anymore.
Just go
but
on.
Please get out of my house.
Just go on Buscon in front of Primark on Oxford Street and make some money. But please don't sing that song. Please.
Yeah. Oh. Just, yeah.
BBC, we deserve better. Come on, Clara. We know you run Radio 1. We know you run the Live Lounge. But honey, please have a word.
Yes. No more of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
So, Nicholas,
Yes.
let me tell you something this week.
Ooh.
I feel like I said this before, but I'm just going to say it again because I don't think the girls were listening the first time. And I don't know why I got to come here and for what is an hour of talking to my friend that I like, I have to focus so much time on telling the white gays why they're terrible. I feel like I did this. Why am I doing this again? You can answer that question.
I know where this is coming. I know where this is
You
going.
know what's coming.
I know what's coming.
So I was enjoying my life, going about my day, having myself a good ass time. When I'm encountered by a man, can't remember his name. Oh no, actually I can because his name was Daniel, and I remember being disappointed.
Yes, he is an actor.
Now we see one message from Daniel where Daniel is asking us to all consider how not having a friendship group that only looks like us, consider our basically attitudes towards diversity and who we hang out with, and how only hanging out with people who look like you and interested in things that you're interested in is closing ourselves off from each other and is not the diversity that we should all be seeing in the world. And I was like, okay, thank you for this, sir. Carry on with your useless message. But yeah, I basically agree. I think people should have diverse friendship groups and know people from different backgrounds. And I feel like most people of ethnic backgrounds do that and have that innately. I feel like the audience you're talking to here is probably the ones that look a bit more like you, I would say. But that's fine. Say your message. Not but 5 hours later, Miss Daniel gets back onto tweeting, and she has decided to post a picture from a pool party that he is attending on a private island. He let us know that it was a private island. Everybody had been tested multiple times for coronavirus and was negative. Absolutely everybody was negative. Now remember, 5 hours beforehand, talking about how important it is to have friendship groups that are diverse with a whole lot of different skin tones and body types and da-da-da. Let us go through the 20 people in this picture. Are you ready? Toned white man, 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 maybe a spicy white, toned white man, toned white man, toned white man, toned white man. That one woman, toned white man, maybe another spicy white, toned white man. The
God.
level of delusion on the show here was so juicy to me. There's so many issues with this. Not only counting the, yet again, toned white gay, only knowing toned white gay, and then posting toned white gays, while also preaching to us the importance of diversity again. So Miss Daniel gets called out on the lack of diversity. I think someone must have pointed out in kind of like a friendly, jokey kind of way, because the response was, oh, ha ha ha, no, we all look white in this picture, but some of us are POC, which means they're white Latinos, which you're called white Latinos because the first word is white, and that's an important thing that you need to remember. Okay, I'm not robbing you of your ethnicity or your background, but you just be white. You can be spicy white, okay? If he's mayo, you can be aioli. We all know the deal. And then he's like, oh, no, there's some POCs. And then he informs us, even though nobody asked, that a lot of the people he slept with are black or brown or Latino. And we were like, girl, whatever goes inside you. You don't need to tell us about it. You didn't need to tell us about any of this.
No.
But thank you, because now I've got something to talk about. And then this is where I move from stupid white gay, let's move on, to, okay, actual racism. Because at the end, he ends it with the brothers, BROTHAS, the brothers we invited had to work so they couldn't come.
Ugh.
Madam.
Go.
I don't know how many times I have to give this lecture. What I'm going to do is do you know what I was about to say? I was going to say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this and put it on the internet for free so you can all listen to it as a personal resource, not realizing that's exactly what I do anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to podcast about this and then you can all listen to it. I don't know how many times this lesson has to be said to you girls. I think it's because when you exist in a sort of white gay bubble, especially a toned, conventionally attractive white gay bubble, you get a lot of people worshipping the ground you walk on. That convinces you that everything you think and then going through and experiencing is justifiable and correct and fun and everybody loves you, when actually probably most people just tolerate your existence and or are horny. Don't let the horniness fool you. Just because people are horny for you does not mean you are in any way decent or think correctly about it. So I would just like some consistency in the messaging. If all of your friends who are going on this ill-advised holiday with you, there's over 20 people to Mexico, and I don't care if it's a private island, I know you weren't cleaning the toilets yourself, which means you were putting somebody's life in danger just because you wanted to go out to an island to party. That I know is happening. If everyone going with you was a white-toned gay man, and that one lady, God knows what she did, I want to hear from her. Love, if you want to come on the show and talk to us about the holiday, please do.
We're
But
ready.
if that is your group of people, that's who you run with and have a good time with, and laugh, and cackles, and they're all the people that you're friends with, who you know not because they put themselves inside you, but because you spend time with them and you appreciate their personality. Do that. Be fine. Live your life. Expect to get dragged when you post about it because you're just asking for it. But you can't also then lecture everybody else on the importance of diversity and having mixed friendship groups and all of that stuff. And I know he thinks he has a diverse friend group because one of his friends is Italian. I know that's exactly what this man thinks. I know that he went to drama school. He probably met a few black actors who hung out with him a few times, and he's clinging on to the idea that they're his friends so he can justify saying this dumb, stupid bullshit to us over and over again. And then, oh, ha, 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 no, there's some people of colour here. Look, he's a little bit dark because he was tanning. He's tanned up. That's not a white man. Just pick a lane, darling.
Pick a lane and
Pick a
stay
lane
it.
and stick to it.
Amen.
And if your lane is going to be white supremacist thin gay, then be a white supremacist thin gay. That's so easy for me to ignore.
My
I know
whole-
you all exist. I don't decide to run with you or hang with you. I know you're there. I don't need to hear it again. Just don't fool me into thinking that you have the correct idea and a good way of thinking and a positive outlook on life, and then back it up where your actions think. This is biblical. You will know them by their actions and not their words. So this is why you think if you cannot back it up with actual experiences and like actually knowing people and having people of color as your friends, then just shush about diversity. Shut up, listen to the people who actually know about it, maybe learn something from it, and then go on your awful holiday with your friends and have a great time, and like don't get confused about whose prep pill is whose and who finished the last of the poppers, and Adrian's still got 3 men inside him from last night, so like he's probably not going to make it down for brunch. Have all that fun you want in the world, darling. Leave us out of it. Leave the brothers who weren't invited. There's no way the brothers were invited. Actually, no. I think a few of the brothers were actually invited, and they, in their secret group chat, which they have separate from these girls, they all were like, "So we skipping this one out. We ain't getting in this mess." And they're like, "Yeah, like we sit it out. We'll wait a bit. We'll see where the land lies. We'll do something else because I know we ain't that foolish." This was so.
It was just a mess. And you know what's really sad? The fact that he just sink himself deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper, deeper. It's like, shut up, just go.
And I know he did an apology that I've not seen.
Yeah.
And I can tell you his apology right now, guys. It's just I've spent a lot of time thinking on it, and I just want to say that I'm really sorry if the picture that I posted offended you. It was not my intention at all. We are so sorry for any hurt we might have caused to you guys, but I feel like all of the backlash I'm getting is unjustified, and I think everybody should really think about how their words can really impact somebody who, like, we all have our own struggles and you don't know what people are going through, so if we could all just be kind, that would be really good in this time. And I have my own mental health issues that I've been dealing with, and like this trip was just gonna be like my nice way of like just getting some time away and having a fist inside me. And I'm sorry, guys, and I could just really appreciate if you could all just sort of give me the space to grow, that kind of bullshit.
Bye.
I'm available for bookings if any casting agent is listening.
I'm available for bookings.
Yeah, this was dumb. We all know this was dumb.
It was a mess.
And just pick a lane, please.
Yeah.
Please pick a lane.
And pick it quick.
They're swerving all over the road here.
It's just a mess. I can't even give him any room. I can't say. Just a mess. It's a mess,
An
Daniel.
absolute, a complete and utter disaster.
But my whole take was like, I love when people was like, "This you," and just called him out. I was like, oh god.
Straight away.
Straight away.
No one called him out because he gave himself away.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, diversity, 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 very important. Yes, yes, agree with you. Yes, yes, agree with you. Here's my friends. Look at them all. Okay. What? Could have just not told us. This is. I say this to everybody who's traveling in large groups. Thing. I'll accept to travel if it's just like two of you and you both know you're negative. It's fine. Large group traveling right now, keep it to yourself. Just it don't need to go on the story. We don't need any of that. Save it for now and then just like post it in 6 months. Do I like da da da? And then people think when everybody's kind of calmed down for a little bit. But right now, just chill on it, please.
Done deal.
You don't need to be sharing it or close friends it and like actually have your close friends on close friends. But I know these people be gays, which means I know close friends are people they want to see parts of. So
Yes.
you know, do you ever get randomly added to a close friends list and you're like,
Loads.
didn't know this, but thank
Do
you.
you know what's really funny, right? It's like when I'm going through Instagram, I think to myself, I'm in your close friends. I didn't even know you, and it's like, oh, it's a whole pic. I mean,
Of course it is.
I
It's
mean,
the only reason you're on close friends.
it's like you could have bleached that hole, but I mean, you can't be that broke if you're in quarantine and you're on furlough, honey. Come on, bleach that hole.
There is also there's a moment where close friends sort of crosses over, and it's a mixture of like the girls and then your actual close friends.
Yes.
And then an image that was meant for the girls gets seen by your actual close friends, and then you're a bit like you have to get in the group chat and be like, I mean, it's good to see that you're taking care of yourself, but I didn't know I was providing a free colonoscopy today. But you're looking good, Nick. Well done.
A mess. What is this podcast? I can't cope.
Sorry, I've been on a plane and apparently that's messed me up.
God. Oh God.
Nick, would you like to tell me something? You want to tell me something?
I just can't cope. I am literally just living. You know what? Today it's been a quiet weekend for me. It's been a quiet weekend. There's not much. It's not much on my agenda. I am just like looking. I'm just like trying to enjoy life. My flat isn't ready officially till the 19th, so I'm currently like living on my friend's sofa and stuff, and it's really lovely. But I honestly can't wait to get back on so that I can sleep on a bed. Ugh, I miss.
In that case, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Club Future Nostalgia.
Oh no, we do not talk about that.
Go on.
No, Daniel.
Go
I'm
on.
not going to
I
talk
want
about
thought. The audience wants thought.
Garbage, hot garbage. And I am the biggest Dua Lipa fan, biggest, absolute biggest. However, my whole thing is this, right? This is, and I'm sure every other gay out there will understand me when I say this. When you have something good and you get a number one album and it becomes great, and you have ascended to pop stardom, like one of the best pop stars out of the UK at the moment. Ride with that, stick with it, and live with it. What you've done is you remixed an incredible album that no one asked for, no one wanted, and then you said. Then when we did realize who was on the album, we were like, oh, Madonna, Gwen Stefani, yada, yada, yada. It was still garbage. Every single remix on that album is hot trash. Trash, trash, trash. The Madonna remix of Levitating, awful. Awful. And I'm just like,
I mean, who in the Lord's year 2020 thought adding Madonna to a song was gonna be good?
No, I don't understand. And you know what? What's the interesting thing about this is, as soon as Dua was released, everyone listened. I saw the car crash on Twitter, and the gays was not happy. The gays were just like, "Girl, what is this? What is this, honey?"
I'm sure they weren't. Like I've not listened to Club Future Nostalgia. I mean, I listened to Future Nostalgia once, and I was like, this album is cute, but somewhere in the middle it sort of falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because that second half, I was like, ooh. I just thought, you know what? I've not asked Nick about his thoughts on Club Future Nostalgia. And I wonder if they're fun.
I did not. I did not hate it. I did not see it at all. I'm just like, like I sat there and I listened and I was like, you know what? I didn't think, but I will tell you what I'm gagging for, because the gays are going mental. Steps. Have you seen Twitter today?
Oh, yes.
The gays are hungry, greedy for some steps. No, the thing is, right, I'm going to be a little biased here. I wasn't really into steps because, back home in Trinidad, we didn't really Steps wasn't a band that was marketed to us. To be fair, like it
Trinidad
was.
was a bit more of an S Club 7 island. Is
Yes,
that what you're saying?
S Club 7 and Girls a lot and stuff, but Steps wasn't a Steps. Oh, and sorry, Atomic Kitten and Sugar Babes and hold
You
on.
got Atomic Kitten in Trinidad.
Yeah, of course, but you know what? You know who Trinidadians stand? Guess. Have a guess.
From like that like 90s
Yes,
era.
yes. Guess who it is? It's
Oh,
only Mystique. Trinidadians lived for Alicia
okay.
Dixon. Lived.
Now we
Lived.
know they got taste.
Of course they do. They were like, what? What? So One Night Stand was one of Trinidad's top hits when it came to Mystique. That's how I got into Mystique with One Night Stand, and then I was like, oh, what's this? And then that's how I. But
Well, look at that.
right? The more you know. But they didn't. I wasn't really marketed as a. Because only when I moved across to the UK, and every single time I go to a certain club that has many branches outside of Soho. You know which one I'm on about. Every single time I pop to the club to get my £1.50 gin and lemonade, there was a Step song, and I was like, "What is this?" And then everyone was like, "Tragedy." When I feel like, and I'm like, "What is this? What are these people dancing? What?" And everyone was like, "Nick, you don't know who Steps is?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And only when they released like their last album, which was like Tears on the Dance Floor, I actually got into the whole. No, I don't. I'm not a massive fan, but there's some cute bops, you know, like a cute bops, and but they're in my go-to. You know what I mean? But the gays love them. The gays live for them. So hey, you know, let people enjoy things, and I'm not gonna complain. Good for you, but it's not for me.
The thing about Steps is Steps are part of a sort of grouping that defined an era in British music, which I don't think will ever really be replicated because it was probably the height of like British music just being as commercialized as humanly possible. In that, like, you were just this Steps were essentially made for children.
Yeah.
To enjoy. Like the songs were fairly simple. Like their whole thing was they're called steps. You could follow the dance moves. It's very like that, like follow along call and response thing, which I think like us in our mid 20s were obviously kids when they were like huge, so that there's such a nostalgia there. But then also because it's so camp in such a British way. There's like Steps couldn't have been, well, they might have been like from a European country because they got a bit of the Eurovisions about them, but they're so camp that the gays adore it.
Yeah.
Like I adore Steps now.
Yeah.
I remember when H came out as gay, and I remember that was my first experience of like, what? Surely we all knew that. There was
Shocked
that
but
moment
not
of, like,
surprised.
I'm not even shocked. Just like, why is this news? And then I was like, it wasn't just known. It wasn't just knowledge. It wasn't just a thing. It was just assumed. And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, H. From Steps. Full name is H from Steps.
Full name. His name is like Ian. But the new album is called What the Future Holds, and it comes out in November. But
what if What the Future Holds is a mashup of future nostalgia with old Steps songs?
Can you imagine?
It's just Steps featuring Dua Lipa in
I'm gonna tell you something.
song.
The gays will just die and come back again as fairies. They will die. They'll be like, ooh.
Except you probably hate it because Dua Lipa remixes are really not.
I'll be like, oh my god, kill me now. But they're like, you know what's really funny? I'm just going through my phone. Let me tell you what is the only Step song I actually really, really, really like. And every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my god, this is a bop. It is.
No, you're about to anger some people here.
I know.
Be careful.
Well, it isn't. It isn't
allowed to be
tragedy. It isn't 5, 6, 7. It's actually One for Sorrow.
Oh, okay, One for Sorrow.
Yeah,
not bad.
and
Not bad
of
choice.
course, you know what song I really, really like? This is the summer of love.
Another good one. My favorite Step song.
Yes.
I can never even remember the name of my favorite Step song, but it's the one where Claire has the fattest vocal. Like it's her most like fatty vocals chorus.
Yeah. Because she could
and
sing.
It is.
Yeah. It's
Wikipedia's going to tell me it is. Oh, I know if Troy's listening, he is just screaming at me now.
Is it Chain Reaction?
It's not Chain Reaction. It is. Oh my god. No. Nick, fill the time while I work this out.
Danielle.
Is it Love's Got a Hold of? Is it Love's Got a Hold of My Heart? Is it Love's Got a Hold of My Heart? How does it go?
Yes, it is. Love got a hold of my heart. It is.
How does the chorus of Love's Got a Hold of My Heart go?
Oh God. Oh, I can't remember, but actually, hold on, let me see. That's actually back from the 1999 album called Steptacular.
And now it's too late to put up a fight. I thought I was strong, but I can't break away. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what is really interesting? Something about that Step album. Ian H is giving me proper John from S Club 7 vibes. Look at that album cover.
And we knew about her too.
Well,
Yeah,
honey,
come on,
honey,
man.
we knew, we've been new. Come on.
These press releases, John from S Club 7 is homosexual. Yeah, yes.
It's like
The
we
pig
knew.
shit in the woods. Yes, they do. Wow.
Man.
But welcome back, Steps. We look forward to what the future holds
Yes.
for us.
Yes, giving the
We
gays
wanna
what they want.
see
It's
it.
good. It's good. I
And
know.
that was.
Let me tell you something. It was.
That was.
This was just. What?
Does that mean we're done?
Yeah, I think we're done,
Is that
Daniel.
the end of the episode?
Yeah, we've kept it. We kept you guys entertained. We gave you how we felt, and the episode is. We're good. That's something. Look at us working on our time limit this week. Look at us.
Look at that.
Look at
Sticking
that.
to the
Sticking
the
to
time limit.
the
Not
time
do
limit.
going to crazy to an hour.
I know.
Love it. Guys, we're having so much fun doing this podcast to you that we are even when we're on holiday, we're
I
logging
know.
in.
We are.
We're finding a cold, not cold, but a quiet room in Glasgow to come and talk to you guys for 40 minutes to an hour, hopefully, if I can edit out enough. So thank you for being with us and listening and hearing.
To another
And,
802. You know what's really
If
funny?
you've got any,
Do you know what episode number we're on now?
78.
No, I wish. Have a guess.
It's 15, isn't it?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7,
I know it's 15 because we had this exact same conversation last week, and last week it was 40.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 episodes.
Hell no, this is 16. How do we do 2 episodes a week? Did you count one of the back of the bus episodes?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can't both.
Thought you did.
So 16 episodes, which means
Look at us.
this is episode 17, which means, bitches, we're almost on 20. That's a milestone. Again,
This is like this is like main episode 15,
yeah,
right?
yeah, this is
Yeah,
main
you can't
episode
count the back of
16.
the bus. Back of the bus is like extra little bonus one.
All right. Well, all together, we're still giving you content that you know you want and listen to because yes, you still listen every week, and we see those numbers climbing. So keep it coming. Subscribe. Tell your mom. Tell your dad. Again.
Yeah. This is where we ask a little favor of you guys.
Yes.
Because we're giving you 2 shows a week now.
I
We
know.
are answering your questions. We've got content for you.
Mhm.
All we ask is just a little share. Just a crumb of a share.
I know. We're just
Tell a friend.
we getting
Tell
you.
the story.
We're getting you bodied. Like, come on, honey. We're
Yeah.
giving you an orgasm.
Mission 1. Mission 1.
Put this on when you see me in the. Give me some
Club girl.
egg.
Mission 2. Share us on your Instagram story. Leave us 5-star review on iTunes. Do that other one that falls in the thing. Follow on Spotify. That's the one. Let us know. We're here. There's loads of stuff planned.
Yes.
Big things coming, and we want you along for the ride.
So
And
get involved.
Speaking of back of the bus, if you've got a question for the back of the bus that you want us to answer, to laugh and to kiki about, you're gonna have to let us know. And the way you do that is you write in. And Nick, you're gonna say the email address because I fuck it up every week.
You could get the 802 at the 802podcast@gmail.com, and you can get us, drop us a DM on the 802 podcast on Instagram, and also the 802 podcast on Twitter, and you can get me at nk.charles on Instagram and _ Nick Charles on Twitter. You can find Daniel over
At Dan James LDN on Instagram and Dan James LDN on Twitter.
Where's your OnlyFans link though?
Well, I told you big things are coming. I told you, but you gotta stay listening if you want to find out.
Stay tuned. But you know what, guys? Thank you again for another week of the 802. We had no guests, but you know what? Even without guests, we're still entertaining and we're still giving you what you want, when you want, even when you don't want it. So You're fucking welcome.
You are. We'll talk to you on Friday. Bye,
Yes.
guys.
See you soon. Bye.